everyone's talking about what's happening in US, what's happening in Gamescom, what's happening in E3. That's all nice and everything. But what's happening in Chennai, for example? Who do I go to?
Right. So, are you taking commissions for this? Like, is this something that you're doing on a project basis?
Yeah. I do project builds.
All right. So, guys, if you want a PUBG case or a CS:GO case or a Dota 2 case, links in the description. Just click on it. Contact Tamojit. He's gonna help you modify your case. You do standalone case mods?
Yeah.
So if I have the hardware,
I do like that only.
Right.
You just have to give me the case.
Okay.
So mostly
there you go. That's so simple.
Cases, right?
Yeah. Right, so that's something you guys can look at.
So one more thing. We came to Goa, lots of workshops happened, but a lot of other things happened as well.
Yes.
Do we talk about that?
Yeah,
yes,
of course.
yes.
3 out of...
God
so
damn
there
it.
are 5 people here, 3
Yeah.
out of them got wasted.
Yeah. Arnab, tell us about...
No, he
Yes,
doesn't remember
okay,
anything.
Here's the thing. When you ask me to tell me about what happened to me, I should be aware of what happened to me. Before we dive into it, just want to give a quick heads up. There are a lot more things that we did, like water sports.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
we went on a
Sports.
cruise.
Yes,
We went on a cruise, a gambling cruise.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like we went on a casino and it was...
I won 1,500 rupees.
Yes.
He won
All?
1,500.
I lost
won
all my
1,500.
money to Rishabh, aka Raka Zone.
That's bad investment, man. Just bad investment.
Ratul, everyone gave Ratul money and he made 6 grand.
Yes.
Yeah,
He was
Rats.
the highest.
Rats
winner
was
out
the
of it.
rainmaker.
Ishan
Rats just-
made 1,750.
Yeah.
Because of Rats.
Even
No.
SK made
Oh,
around 2 grand.
he got 3. You know,
No.
he got 2.
He got
He
two
got
blackjacks.
3
Blackjacks.
blackjacks back to
Back
back.
to back, yeah.
I am like, what the hell is happening? Why
He's
did I have to...
the 3-time, by the way.
Yeah,
Captain,
okay.
if you're watching this, you're the 3-time. You're the Indian 3-time.
Oh my god, like, it was insane. Goa was insane on a different level. I don't think there was any meet like this happening in India
It was
before.
a fun blend of learning and
No, I'm just so
enjoyment.
grateful that this has happened. First of all, I did not expect to be a part of this because you guys have seen the subscriber goals I have, okay? And I was just like, oh my god, I'm with the top 15 like content creators in the country for gaming, and it has been amazing.
Yeah, you're right. When you say it that way, now even I'm thinking about it, I'm like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, like why were we called?
Why, like,
See,
seriously.
again, the idea is not to get someone with 1 million subscribers, but get people, you know, who think in an interesting manner,
Yeah.
who
Right.
just don't, you know, go about, oh, I have 1 million, I want to get 1 million subscribers and I'll do whatever it takes.
Yeah.
When people fall into that route, like, I'll just copy people, you stay in that zone, you just copy people,
Yeah.
right?
Just producing plethora of content,
Yeah.
not thinking about a vision, a strategy,
So
a path.
you will, for example, one reason I can tell you, there are a lot of gaming YouTubers in India actually, but most of them, 90% of them are just walkthroughs.
Yeah.
Are
Right.
just walkthroughs. Some people won't even talk during their walkthroughs. They won't even try to make it interesting.
Yeah.
They won't even edit it.
Yeah.
So it becomes weird
Bland.
and bland. Like, think it
And
from a
which is
consumer
precisely why walkthroughs are now getting like stale. Nobody wants to watch them. Why? Because they want an interest. They have so many questions,
Yeah.
right? There's so many things they want to ask about the game. Like, because they don't know whether they want to consume that genre of content. They don't know if they want to do that, right? Who's going to guide them on that?
Yeah.
There's nobody there.
I just want to pause. Arnab, please look at the freaking camera. Like, look at this guy, man. He's so good looking and handsome. He's not looking at the camera. Look at the camera.
Camera shy.
Look at the camera. Yeah.
Look at the camera.
That's
He's
the
the
face
captain
of
now.
ASidCast, boys. Right.
I
But
can't be
one
face
of
of
my,
ASidCast, conflict of interest.
One of my favorite moments was the time where we all came up and spoke about ourselves. I'll tell you why. Because there are a lot of people that I didn't know about.
Right.
And everyone I had not met before, right? We
Right.
all knew each other from whatever we were doing. But our vision, our personal goals are something we had not shared before. And to be in that room and for everyone to say, this is what I am doing and this is what I want to do. Really envisioned me in saying that, look at all these 15 people and what they're doing. It's
Yes.
amazing.
It was inspiring because a lot of people were doing different things. They had different goals. And I guess that's why they... it's a mixed bag. These 15 people who have been
And
invited
the
here,
best
it's a
moment
mixed
was
bag.
15 different styles. Like,
Yeah. In fact, I didn't even know about Indian Gamer, and he was the biggest YouTuber.
He was the biggest YouTuber.
62k subs, dude. 62k subs. The guy just talks about gaming PCs and builds, and it's all Hindi. And it's great content, man. It's amazing content. The guy has been doing it for what, a year? That's
A year
about
and a
it.
half.
A year and a half.
Yeah.
And he's at 62k subs. So, you know,
And
there's
I
so much
think
we
a couple of
learned.
million views as well.
How long have you been doing it?
I've been doing it for 2 years, close to 3. 3k subs.
But no, that goes to show, right? How different perspectives can help.
Yeah.
And how they can help us. So, Indian Gamer, I think one of his one of the simplest things he does, but one of the most unique things he does is all his PC builds and all the videos are in Hindi, right? And it helps because majority of people in India speak Hindi and English, but most YouTubers are just English, right? They don't speak. I think that's one of the reasons also why Karim Anadi got famous is because he attached to people who they wanted a more crass, crude and raw flavor from India.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things we are still missing. Like we are just. I see people in India who are just trying to copy people from outside, and I don't think that will work. That will work to a certain degree, but not enough.
It's not sustainable, basically.
Unless you're trying to put your own spin to it.
Yeah, spin to it. That's true. And also, you said Aman and I were talking the other day, and he said that Hindi and English are the official languages of India. Like
official language, yeah.
Official, I mean the most common languages.
Yeah, the most common languages
are
in
frequently
India.
used. So like, Hindi is a big part of the country's language, and if you start making content in Hindi, everybody's going to consume it. There's a huge chunk of the population that's going to consume it. But even if you're an English content creator, there is a huge market which is going to consume your content.
That's what I think. What this program initially is about, creating more people like us, like giving more people incentive to become like us.
I want to add on that by saying 15 of us individuals will reach out to this much audience.
Yeah.
But if we start grouping up together and start working together, we'll start targeting even more audience. So, last night on the bus when you were going to Tito's, Venom and I were discussing, let's break that barrier. Let's do a cross-platform collab.
Yeah.
And yes, we have our timing differences and all. So what? When he's streaming, I'll be playing with him, so he has a guest streamer, and vice versa. So I'll come on to YouTube because of that, he'll come on to Twitch because of that. We're getting exposure of different platforms, different kind of audiences, and we are breaking that barrier. Same thing, I had a talk with Divyasachi.
Right.
Let's break that barrier and
Between
let's do cross
Facebook
and Twitch.
Yeah.
And then similarly Facebook and YouTube. And that way is what, and maybe one day we have a PUBG team where they're like one Facebook, 2 YouTubers, 1 Twitch guy, right?
Yeah.
And even if you're doing it at the same time, I mean, there's so many tools, multi-links and all. You have all the 4 streams running together for a person who can watch with that kind of bandwidth, right? Eventually, you're breaking that barrier that no matter what platform you're choosing, right? We're still all together. We're all creating content together, and I feel that can reach out to an even larger audience, because right now who's done that in India? Who's done cross-platform collabs?
So in general, people, gaming YouTubers and content creators don't collaborate in India because again, everyone is so far apart. You're from Chennai, you're
Delhi.
from Delhi. All 3 of us were from Kolkata. But the idea was, again, in Kolkata, that was the mindset. We have to collaborate. We can't cover the entire ground on our own. So
also, I think one of the main things about this Goa trip was I got to meet these guys face to face, and then we went for a couple of drinks. So that initial that weird awkward phase where you meet somebody new and you're like, hey, let's collaborate, and you're telling them in chat, hey, let's collaborate, and they're like,
this is much better. In comparison, this is like so much better because it breaks down barriers.
I think that was one of the main things that I took away from this Goa
This was
trip.
one of the main objectives as well from our NVIDIA side. Like, we wanted to bring people together because again, no one is collaborating in India. How many people do you think from different regions are collaborating and working together to reach a larger goal? Right.
Things like the fact that you guys are doing podcasts, how many people are doing podcasts, gaming podcasts in India?
To be honest, the podcast thing, it was.
So I got inspired from podcasts and co-optional podcast, and then Indian Video Gamer and NDTV's podcast, which mostly Rishi handles, right?
Yeah.
So
shout out to Rishi Alwani.
Yeah. I'm your fan, man.
Yeah.
Please send
we love you. Please collaborate with us.
Yeah. Please.
He teaches me with your example and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, I think that's enough about Goa. what are our plans for 2018? I think
Yes.
people will be.
You know what I
Let's-
love about this thing though?
Let's go in order. Huh.
I like how he skipped over last night.
No. We're gonna talk about last night. Okay, don't
That's-
worry about it.
That
Don't
will
worry.
be behind the scenes with footages.
That'll be the outtakes.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Oh, I have
videos.
video footage. Don't worry. You're going down, dude.
Damn it. Kolkata, be ready.
No.
This is some content you don't want to watch.
I have to take his permission before I share those videos.
You have complete
That's
consent.
Oh, you can
There
give
you
me. I don't need his permission.
Yeah, you don't need my permission anyway. Consent is given.